All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Connected Community Health Support. My name is Jacob Carroll. I will be your host for today's session, and today is day 126 of our free bodyweight exercise program for weight loss. And if you're just joining in today for the first time, wondering what's going on here, what does CCHS do? Well, our goal is to make health and fitness more accessible, and we do that in a variety of ways through offering these free exercise streams that can be done at home with no equipment necessary. We also offer health coaching. We post a lot of research-based information on our blogs and on our social medias. We also offer in-home and virtual personal training services, and at a fraction of the cost of the market value. So if that's something that might interest you, definitely go check us out at connectedchs.com. But if you're here for a free workout, you're in for a good one. We got a great body weight exercise, always modifiable for all fitness levels. But, we are getting into those 60-minute sessions now. So, can be a little bit intense potentially. But, we're really breaking it down. There's going to have variations that are going to work for everybody. And, there's going to be a clear cutoff point there at that half hour. So, if you're not feeling like you can make it to the full thing, don't worry. You're still going to get a great workout. And even just a half hour, the first half hour of this. So just want to throw that out there. Sorry, I'm realizing that I have like a board that has the exercises, and I need to grab a piece of tape real quick. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Hope you're enjoying the Christmas decorations while I was away for a second. All right, let's get this all set up. Sorry, I didn't even realize I didn't have tape. But anyways, this week talking about sleep again. I'm going to be talking a little bit about sleep, insomnia specifically in this stream. But I want to leave you off with the quote of the week: "Is tired minds don't plan well. Sleep first, plan later." And we've all talked about in the past about how sleep is so important for your mental and physical health. And you might just not be in your best mind state when you're sleep deprived. So if you're up late trying to plan some things, you got a lot of stuff on your plate, maybe make that sleep a priority if possible, and plan when you're well rested. So enough rambling there. We're gonna get into the warm-up. We got a good little 5-minute warm-up here. Just let me set up the timer real quick, and we'll get things going. All right, so put the workout up, and all right, so let's start off a little warm-up. Let's get it going. All right, so first move here in the warm-up, we're going to be doing some open and close the gates, bringing the hip out, bringing it back in. Same thing, you can go slow and controlled. You can keep it a little bit, lower if you would like. It all really depends on your hip range motion. We are trying to get things warmed up a little bit here, but maybe you want to just start low, get that hip moving. Maybe you're catching this on your lunch break. Maybe you've been, sitting for the majority of the day. This is a great way to just get those hips moving, get that blood flow going a little bit before we get into this workout. So we're going to spend a few more steps, and then maybe increase the range of motion a little bit. It's starting to warm up. Great job. And done with those. All right, so for our next move, we're going to be working on the shoulders a little bit, working on the upper back, a little bit of these T-spine rotations. So arms out in front, and just going to be rotating back to the wall, opening up the chest. Each and every rep should be feeling this in the lower back a little bit. Some people might describe this as, feeling like you are pinching your shoulder blades together. Don't necessarily, want to organize moving around the goal. That just might be a sensation that might be familiar when you're going to this move, but, don't want to, that's not what you should really be looking for in this motion. You definitely don't want to feel a pinching feeling, but just saying what is a common sensation when you're opening up the chest, putting those back muscles kind of and shoulder girl retract a little bit. But next move coming up here, got the mid back moving a little bit. We're going to go back to the lower body. So we're going to be going some of these abductors, moving, hip out, work on the glute med, work on the abductors, out to the side. Same thing. I don't really have a great wall right here, but same thing. Just moving out to the side, getting that hip nice and warmed up. Kind of in that 10 to 12 range each side. Great job, everybody. Keep it moving with this one. We're going to go back to the upper body here in a second. All right, definitely got the hips warming up, got the glutes feeling good. And we're working on getting those hamstrings and quads ready. But let's hit the shoulders one more time real quick. We're just going to be working with some shoulder circles. Go with some small circles to start moving forward. For those of you that may have watched this live or recorded last stream, I know I kind of mentioned I was dealing with a little bit of shoulder pain. It was bothering me a little bit, so I was doing a little bit more regressed variations. Let's roll it the other way now. I will say shoulder's feeling much better today. Maybe it was the workout, maybe it was just a little bit of time off. Who knows? But feeling good today. Ready to get a good workout in. Let's really open up those shoulders wide now. Really great way. Just get these shoulders warmed up. And let's go the opposite way. Now, last way with the shoulders. Remember, pain is bad, but a burn is good here. So if you feel a little bit of burning sensation, that's completely normal, completely fine. Let's go right out into these self-hugs real quick. Just a quick transition kind of stretch. Get the shoulder moving a little bit more after kind of doing a little bit more repetitive, a little bit of dynamic kind of stretching, a little bit of variability in here. And then we're going to finish up on the hamstrings. So one way I like to do this is grabbing onto the wall, just bringing that heel to the glute. Same thing, you don't want to do this really aggressively. You want to go a little bit more slow and controlled. I'm kind of just going to a point where I feel a little bit of resistance, from the hamstring. Or it feels like, if I start going up anymore, or if I try to really push, I'm kind of at my end range. Same thing, just getting this hamstring warmed up, kind of just greasing the groove a little bit. Not trying to, necessarily generate a lot of force here. Just getting that hamstring, used to shortening, lengthening. Because we'll be doing a little bit of that in today's workout. Oh, ignore that timer. I know we're going a little bit over on the warm, but we're not going too far over, so don't worry. Just got to make sure we're evened out. We still got a few more reps here on the hamstring. Great job. And now I just want to finish up. Last one, I promise I'm going to get into the workout. Let's just get the neck moving a little bit. We've got a good amount of upper or, overhead movements right here. And a lot of times that can make that, trap neck area, a little bit sore. So let's just get a little bit of movement here. Instead of doing circles this time, I want everybody to just look over the shoulder. And then coming down here, you don't have to go from the ground. Obviously, I'm just doing this so you can see a little bit better. Just trying to look behind me. Nice, slow, maybe give it a 1-2 hold. Looking over the shoulder. And now we're just going to do some quick up and downs. And then we're going to get it going here. I'm just looking down, chin to chest. Eyes up to the sky. Hitting the same motions we essentially would be, doing that full look around, but, just mixing it up a little bit. All right. I'm feeling good. I hope you are as well. We're about to get things moving and grooving here. In 1 second, just restart this timer. And so you see the workout up there. We're going 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. 8 different exercises going through 6 times. So pace yourself. Got a lot of rounds here. You'll have a time to jump out there at that little bit of that halfway point. But let's get going, everybody. Floor touches coming up first. reaching down to the ground, working within your range of motion, doing what's feeling comfortable for you. Same thing, a good way to try to cue this movement, letting the hands come down the hips a little bit. Same thing, then you can just reach down to the ground within your range of motion. All right, everybody, I hope you're ready. Let's get things started. Here we go. Let me turn the timer down. Don't blast yours. 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Coming down, coming back up. Just reaching down. Pretend like you got to pick up that object. I know I've said this all the time on almost every stream, but just want to make it a point for anyone that might be hopping in new here watching this recorded, that the main goal of the hinge here is to be able to bend at the lower body, but still maintain an upright posture here. With the upper body, trying to keep that flat back, dissociate upper body and lower body. Done with that move. Our next move here, the bent arm lateral raise. What we're doing a little bit here in the past is mixing it up a little bit. Kind of targets the shoulders slightly differently. It's the fibers in a little bit different way. And same thing, just go in that same pattern, going up to shoulder height. Try to pull those elbows back, keep them tight to the side to start. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Same thing, you don't want to be feeling any pinching pain, anything like that here in the shoulder. Just moving, raising that shoulder up until you maybe feel a little bit of resistance towards your end range and coming back. Definitely feel that one right in the deltoid, side of the shoulder, even in the lats a little bit here. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job here. We got a little bit of some overhead motion here. We got the Y raise. Same thing. You're going to be up here, pointing those thumbs back to the wall. I'm going to come down on the ground and actually just make this a little bit easier for everybody to see, hopefully. So same thing. I'm kind of bringing the arms in close, and then I'm overhead Y, thumbs back to the wall. That doesn't really look much better. But get yourself ready. In 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Thumbs back towards the wall. You could do a little bit of hold here if you want. The same thing, if you feel like to get all the way to the top, you got to really, shrug your shoulders up and things like that. Don't force it up. Go within what's comfortable. Honestly, for me, still kind of warming up a little bit here. This is my range of motion right now. It's not complete overhead. I'm just working within what's comfortable, greasing the groove. I have a feeling it's going to be getting better the more reps we get. And we got 6 rounds. Done with that one. Next move, we got our single leg reach. Really like this one. Get the core, get the hips, upper body, all that good stuff, all in one movement. Stepping out to the side, reach for that apple off the tree. Reaching and stepping. And same thing, you can go completely off the ground, add a little bit of a balance component to this one. Or, same thing, you just do a little bit of a step out to the side. Make sure keeping that stability. 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Same thing, you can really challenge yourself here. One of the reasons I really like this movement, besides the fact that it's coordinating the whole body together, which, I love in any movement, but, it's the fact that every time when you have to reach up this thing, you're kind of coming off balance a little bit. You have to restabilize yourself, come back down. So it's like you're kind of almost throwing yourself off balance on purpose. And same thing, that's forcing you to, find balance, regain balance. Done with that one. A lot of things going on in that one, relatively simple move, but underlying a lot of things happening internally. Next move, we got the squat, bodyweight squat, box squat, you name it. So just pretend like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Just going down, pretend like I'm sitting in that chair. Oh, great variation here. Actually sit in that chair, grab a couch, grab a chair. We get ready. We're going to 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Coming down, getting in that chair. If you're looking for a more intense variation, we can always go to these jump squats. That's a great variation as well. You got to pick what's right for you. That one is definitely going to be pretty exhausting doing that. If you go for jump squats, 6 rounds, 30 seconds a piece, you'd be feeling that one. Same thing, you don't need to do all that to get a good workout. And done with that one. Sorry about the countdown there. We got push-ups / flies, next move. So flies, essentially just opening shoulders, coming out. Nursing a shoulder injury a little bit yesterday. This was a great variation for me. So, you can do these from the ground, just opening up. We also got our push-ups. We could do traditional push-ups from our toes. We can go from our knees. We can hold a position here at the bottom, isometrics. And then obviously we can go from, the couch. We can go from the wall. Especially with the wall, the further those feet out are, the harder it's going to be. So make sure you challenge yourself here with this one. Find a variation that works good for you. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. I'm going from my knees. This one's feeling good for me. Keep in mind, we got 6 rounds here, 30 seconds apiece. You might get a lot of push-ups here in this workout. So, find out what works for you. Maybe you mix it up. Maybe you start on your toes. Maybe you start on your knees. Maybe you're moving to the wall, switching it up. Whatever you feel. 3, 2, 1. I like to say, I'm just here to guide you through the workout. You choose the exercises. You push yourself to the intensity of your liking. So we got bent over kickbacks, similar to those, shoulder extensions we were doing last week. That bent over hinge position, good strong position, moving those wrists up. We said now, bent over, keep those elbows in tight, and just bending at the elbow. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Hitting the triceps a little bit. Definitely getting the back. Got to work the lower body when you're holding this hinge position here at the bottom, but I know that could be pretty tough. Another variation here. Put one hand on the knee, support the body, or support your body weight with your arm. The same thing, you maybe get 2, 3. Switch off to the other side. That's a great way to modify, make things work. 3, 2, 1, and done. And for this one, real quick, want everybody, grab a chair. Sorry, I forgot to mention this again. We have a variation here that involves a chair. Just grabbing this real quick. So we got inchworms. And we got 3 variations. That's we got the wall, chair, and the floor. If we're going from the chair, hands here on the chair, put it up against something that's not going to move. Walk those feet out, comfortable spot. Tiptoe them back in. Another variation here for this one. You could go from the wall. Same concept, push those arms into the wall, kind of like the end of a push-up position. Walk those feet out, walk them back in. We can also go from the floor as well. Just one other thing I'm going to work with this first set. Just walking the hands out now instead of the feet. And then bringing them back in. Get ready. We're going 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. You're not going to get a whole lot of reps of this one. These ones could be a little bit longer. Maybe you get 2, maybe you get 3. Tough move here, pretty challenging. Modify if you have to. We got 10 more seconds. Try to get 1 more. All right, and done, everybody. Great job with that one. We're back up to the top now. Moving this chair out the frame. We got deadlifts, floor touches, hinges, whatever you want to call it. Reach onto that floor, come straight back up. Don't gotta overcomplicate things. Try to make it relatable to everyday movements. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and begin. And then maybe you're still kind of warming up a little bit here. Or maybe, you're a little bit burned down from that first set. Maybe you're taking this first one slow. That's a great way to pace yourself. The same thing, I'm just going down and keeping my hands on my hips, getting down to a comfortable position and coming right back up. You got to go within the depth that's comfortable for you. So, if it's feeling like the hamstrings are taking a lot of stress right there, lower that range of motion a little bit maybe. Done with that one. Bent arm lateral raise is our next move. So raising those shoulders up, to the side. And also, just want to let you know, we got some really cool information about insomnia coming at the end of the stream. Maybe something you're suffering from, maybe a little bit of tips about sleep. Definitely stay tuned with that. You gotta wait. You gotta wait till the end of the stream. So join along with me. Come on, we got 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Bent arm lateral raise. Great job, everybody. Lift those elbows up. Same thing. Try to keep, the elbows pulled back. You don't want to be. Let's see right here. My elbows are kind of in front of me. Don't want that. Try to keep them real close to the side. So you're keeping it. Using more of those, posterior muscles. And done with that one. Great job. We got Y raise is up. Coming up next. Still got some time. Still got 20 seconds. So don't stress yourself out yet. But not that doing these moves is stress you out. Sometimes it can be a quick transition. You're kind of, even myself, I'm kind of fumbling around sometimes to make sure I'm getting the next move on time. But Y raises in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Same thing. If I'm doing this from the standing position, sometimes I like doing it from the knees, just easier to stabilize the core. Often get a little bit less compensation from the low back. I can feel myself compensating a little bit. Same thing, not necessary, but I'll show you what I mean here by compensating with the low back. Same thing, maybe to get that overhead range motion. If I don't have it all the way, I bend it back here. It's like, look, my shoulders don't move at all, but I bend at the low back, my arms get higher. So, you achieve that goal of, getting the hands overhead. Done with that one. Just going to finish this explanation. Same thing, I just felt myself, lunging back a little bit. Sometimes just staying on your knees will help you, keep that core strong and just let the shoulders do the work, not bring that low back into it. So we got our single leg reach, 10 seconds left till we get that. Reaching up, grab that apple off the tree. I think I have it as a reach and step here in the workout program. But get ready. We're going 3, 2, 1, and begin. Reaching them up each and every rep. Getting that apple off the tree like you're going apple picking. Honestly, have not went apple picking in so long. Like since I was, a younger kid. But a little bit too late for that here in New York. It's snowing now. 3, 2, 1, and done. Next move here is the squat, bodyweight squat. Coming down, coming back up, pretend like you're sitting in that invisible chair. Or better yet, here's a great variation. Sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. Achieves the same goal as the squat. That's what I'm going to be working with this set. So find the variation that works for you. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and done. Or saying done. And start. Great job, everybody. Keep moving through. 1.5 rounds done. So, I really don't know what it is. Sometimes you just, usually I don't do box squats. I usually do the bodyweight squat variation, so I'm done with that one. But I'm noticing actually when I've been doing the box squats lately, I'm getting such a much deeper activation here in the hip flexors compared to doing it normally, and it makes me think about what I'm doing differently because it should feel the same. I think I'm just holding too much tension somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Don't worry about what's going on to me. We got squats or push-ups. We got 5 seconds. Push-ups and flies. 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. I'm going from my knees. Again, pace yourself with this one. I'm just pushing myself away from the ground, lowering myself down, pushing myself away, thinking about that goal of the movement. And done with those. Great job, everybody. We got our bent over kickbacks. Getting a little bit of that tricep action in here. 20 seconds again till we get going. All right. Bend over kickbacks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The same thing. You could kick it back, with the back of the hands pointing up. Or same thing. You can rotate a little bit, go palms up. Doesn't really matter too much. Great job, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done with that. All right, inchworm. From the wall, from a chair, from the floor. I'm feeling the chair this round. Always like mixing it up too. Sometimes I get bored of doing the same variation each round, so that could be another factor, which might dictate what variation. If you're getting bored of something, maybe you want to mix it up a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Walking those feet out, coming back, and tiptoeing back. Get a little bit of a calf stretch in here too. If you're like me and have this a little bit of some stiff calves. Great job, everybody. Last one. 3, 2, 1, and done. 2 rounds down. Third round is ramping up. We will be officially halfway through after this next set. So maybe you're feeling the burn right now. Maybe you're feeling a little fatigued. Totally normal. Same thing. This is, an hour-long workout. But everybody get ready. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Floor touch. Back from the top. And I know 6 rounds is a lot, but I'll say personally, I'd rather do 6 rounds than do those 45 minutes, 75 to 15 rounds. Those ones are pretty tough, especially for some of those, more muscularly intense moves. Some of these more aerobic moves, might not be so bad, but 3, 2, 1, and done. Really, really good job. Bend on lateral raise. Back to it. Remember, keep those elbows close to the side. Don't want them too far forward. Don't want them too far back that shoulder is something forward. Keep the elbows right underneath that shoulder. Same thing, you're just raising them up, coming right back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job with that, everybody. Bend arm raise out the way. We got Y raise. Hitting them shoulders back to back a little bit here. But, in a good way. We're getting a good burn as long as it's not painful. If it's feeling a little bit too weak, you can always modify, go a little bit slower pace. Got Y raise though. You still got a little bit of time, but we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Y raises. Same thing. I'm just coming up to that range of motion that feels comfortable for me. It's honestly feeling a little bit different on the right to the left. But, I'm still working on, trying to keep them as symmetrical as possible. Just getting some good movement here in the shoulder. Increasing that range of motion a little bit with every rep. 3, 2, 1. If it starts getting a little bit too fatigued, a little bit too sore, it might decrease the range of motion temporarily. But, shouldn't be anything long lasting. It's like when you get it from that push-up set, sometimes it feels a little bit harder to open up your chest. You're just shortening that muscle a lot, during those sets. So same thing, muscles, getting pumped up a little bit might be decreasing the range of motion. But there's a single leg reach in step 3, 2, 1. And out to the side, you can step it out. You can go completely on one leg, get that balance going. And same thing, maybe you're stepping it out a little bit close to the body. Same thing, you don't got to step out, really too far. You're still going to be, even if you move the leg out a little bit, you're still going to be primarily standing on one leg. You're still pretty much doing some single leg balance. You're having that other leg there for support. But 3, 2, 1, and done. Sorry, I cut myself off. Wanted to make sure I got through that set. We got squats as our next move. Remember, you can go box squats. You can go bodyweight squats. Sit to stand. If you're feeling crazy, maybe you want to get some jump squats. It's all up to you. You know what? Let's do some jump squats. Maybe just for half the time. Come on, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Same thing, obviously, this jump squat variation isn't going to be for everybody, especially if you have joint problems. This could be bothersome. If you do want to try the variation, try to make those landings as softly as possible. You kind of want to give a little bit with the ground as you're coming up. Great job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. Might regret doing those later. Still got 3 more rounds after this. But we got a push-up/fly. And if you're going with that fly, just open the arms coming back. You got laying on the back. You can go from the wall, from the floor, from an elevated surface. The closer you get to parallel to the ground, the harder it's going to be. Get ready, though. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Great job, everybody. You still got 5 seconds. Come on, fish. Finish strong. And done. Great job of that, everybody. Challenging myself a little bit too in that last 2 sets. All right, we got our bent over kickbacks. Next move coming up. Remember, you're just getting that. Keep those elbows up high. Same thing, try to keep them even with the shoulder. Kick back those wrists. Or same thing. Can be pretty intense on the lower body. So support yourself. You can go one hand, alternate as well. 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. Trying to keep a nice flat back. Trying to find stability here in the bottom position. One of the ways I like to think of this position is, standing away and nobody could push you over. Great job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Really good job. Bend over kickbacks. Last move here. You got the inchworm. Remember, wall, chair, floor. Take your pick. I really do like the wall variation. Mentioned a few times. Just don't really have a great wall for you guys to see the move. So, usually just go with the chair or the floor variation. Let me switch up. I'm going back to the floor for this set. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. I'm coming back up tall. Now, about one of these reps takes me about 10 seconds. Might be a little bit different for everybody, but, that's my goal. Try to get 3 reps in. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job there with that one. 3 rounds down. Got to the halfway point a little bit. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. take a little bit, not too much of a longer break here, a little bit. Maybe get a little bit of some of these cool down stretches. If you're topping out right here, you can use a lot of these ones that are same in the warm up. Get some leg swings in here. Feeling just getting a little bit of that recovery, kind of mid session cool down. Can't spend a lot of time. We want to keep everybody on track. Again, you can get some of these, hip circles. The open and close the gate. You got those T-spine rotations, shoulder circles. If you're hopping off here, I would love to, go through more of a cool down. Got to keep us on track for this workout. Because you know what? We still got 3 more rounds. Come on. It's the halfway point. What do you got left in the tank? Just curious to see what time it is. 12:37. We're halfway through the workout. So, we'll hopefully get this right by 1:15. So, I always spend a little time talking in the beginning and the end. 4 touches in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Great job, everybody. Coming down, coming right back up. Range motion's feeling better. I'm moving and grooving. Hope you are as well. Same thing, you can always regress. Keep those hands on the hips. 3, 2, 1, and done. Bent arm, lateral raise. You still got time though. Don't worry yet. Got 20 seconds. Keep those elbows tight to the side. Raise them up shoulder height. You control the pace. Maybe you want to go fast. Really rip through these. Maybe you can go a little bit slow and control. Maybe add a little bit of a hold at the top. That can be a great variation. Well, I think I'm going to go a little bit slower. Just mix it up a little bit. 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going a little bit slower. And just, focusing on the same thing, just slowing the tempo a little bit. Only thing I'm thinking about is trying to get those shoulders up to elbows up to shoulder height. Great job, everybody. 3, 2, 1, and done. Bent arm lateral raise is done. We got Y raise coming up next. Hope you're feeling good. I'm starting to feel the sweat a little bit. I got a few layers on. We're getting a good workout in here today. It is really cold here as well. That's why I'm still wearing, a little bit of overshirt and the hat as well. New York, not the best time, not the best season for New Yorkers. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Y raises. Great job, everybody. This is feeling smooth now. Wasn't feeling as smooth, during those first few sets. But, I'm finding my rhythm here with the Y raises. It's feeling good. I'm feeling the burn. 3, 2, 1, and done. Single leg reach. I know another kind of overhead one right after doing some overhead. But, this is a little bit different pattern here, compared to those Y raises. Still doing overhead, but, not going to be, the same exact musculature getting worked. So, everybody get ready. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach out, step out to the side. Great work, everybody. You got 10 more seconds. Keep reaching. Keep stepping. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Open knocking Christmas ornaments off the tree. Okay, what do we got next? We got squats coming up. So remember, body weight squats, just pretending like you're sitting in that chair coming up. If you're feeling crazy, do some jump squats. I'm not doing those this time. We can also do, some sit to stand box squats. Your choice. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Coming down, coming back up. Great job, everybody. Come on. Finish these squats strong. You're more than halfway. 10 seconds to go. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Squats done. Push-ups coming up next. Floor, chair, knees, elevated surface. You got an option. So find the option that's going to challenge yourself. It's going to work for you. That feels good. That's another one thing here. You've found a variation that's really challenging for you, but it's, somewhat painful. Definitely don't want to be going with that one. That whole no pain, no gain thing is a myth if you ask me. 3, 2, 1. If anything, I think you might be making less gains if you're in pain and you can't work out. You don't want to keep pushing through pain. One thing that kind of helped, change my mindset. When I was younger, I essentially just exercised to try to get bigger, have a better physique. But after I got injured in my size, done with that one. After I got injured my senior year of high school, I was saying, I'm trying to do all these exercises to essentially look better, but is that really important? And a lot of the exercises I was doing, I was kind of overloading muscles in the wrong way. Ended up injuring myself, and couldn't live for like 2 years. I was like, what's more important, taking care of your body? I was like, what's the point of going so hard at one point if you're not gonna be able to work out in 10 years from now because you messed up your shoulder so bad. Well, push-ups on bent over kickbacks. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing. It's not like you lifting to improve your physique is gonna result in you getting injured. But you also have to just take into consideration how our body was anatomically designed, what movements are, how we can train movements and not, just muscles, and, still grow our physique. Done with those. Maybe it's a little bit different than just isolating and pounding away at a muscle, which, it's like it's inherently bad, but, how often do you, do bicep curls in everyday life? It's not really that transferable. You still, nothing wrong with bicep curls, but you got to mix in, some movement patterns and things that, are going to help your body function, at its best. So bent over kickbacks done. We got inchworms in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Yeah, moral of my little rant right there is that, it's not all about working out to look good. You got to do it for your health so, you can have a long and healthy and happy life. One of my, had a professor in college, shout out to Dr. Parks. He was, physiological principles of strength and conditioning, 3, 2, 1, and done. He said, realistically, the only thing we need to be strong enough to do in life is to get to and from the toilet. He's like, that is the most vital strength we will need throughout our life. And he's like, same thing. It's just, are you active enough and do exercise in a way that, you're going to be able to be still independent, into your later years. And that's why we're even building it today. Maybe you're not feeling like you will, but, you're here changing that mindset here today. So floor touches right from the beginning. 3, 2, 1. And let's go. I'm just going to keep rambling on this topic because I don't really know what else to talk about. But, same thing. It's not like, I just want to clarify, it's not like training biceps or training some of these smaller muscle groups is bad by any means. The same thing, it really just depends on your intent of the exercises, what your goals are. Done with those. Got bent over raise. It depends on your goal. If your only goal is to work out to become a bodybuilder, that's a lot different than somebody that's working out because they want to be able to be independent and have the strength to take care of themselves. when they're, 80, 90 years old. So, 2 different goals are going to result in training in different ways. You train for strength, you train for mobility, you train for longevity. Essentially all training is for longevity, essentially. But sorry, 3, 2, 1, bent arm, lateral raise. I'm just rambling. And there's a lot of physiological benefits, but, for me, one of my main flaws is that, because I was so, essentially because I was just working out because I wanted to, look bigger, I would just overload my muscles to a point where, they weren't functioning properly. Like, say, doing enough, I'm trying to think of a good example. So, like, same thing, doing, working out your biceps and triceps, 4 days a week, hitting your back muscles and, the scaps and getting some other movements, 1 day a week or 2. You just kind of create these imbalances in your musculature over time, which can, lead to impaired movement patterns, can lead to pain, and can lead a lot of, discomfort. So that's what I learned from my experiences, at least training in that fashion. We got ride races in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. And trust me, I'm not hating on anybody that's, just exercising for bodybuilding to improve their physique. It's still impressive. It takes a lot of dedication, to have that strict of a diet and, have that type of workout regimen where, you might be, in there training a different muscle group, each day of the week. But again, different goals, different motivations. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, we got single leg reach on sides, reach and step. My ultimate goal for exercise, lately, not as of like current, but, over the summer and things like that, I was training more for power, explosiveness, kind of the sport for performance. So just to honestly make some things up because that's not how I usually trained. And, eventually just it's like, what, my ultimate goal is to be able to do the same things today in 20 years. Starting with this next move. Sorry, not a great transition. What I mean by that is, if I can go into a full squat today, I want to still be able to go into a full squat in 20 years. I want to still be able to do a lot of the same things I can do today, as far as movement wise. So, that's what I'm essentially training for. I want my body to move well. I want to have a long life. Don't want to have any mobility impairments. I'm done with that. And we got squats coming up next. That's just essentially how I trained. Even, for a few years after I got injured, probably for 2 years, I literally strictly trained mobility. Was doing like physical therapy exercises every single day. Was just trying to essentially bulletproof my joints, because I went through a lot of pain with that. But anyways, squats in 3, 2, 1. And then, I was like, what? After being in pain for, a few years, had thoracic outlet, my shoulder was essentially going numb through my left arm. And I was like, what? I don't care what physique I was trying to build. It is not worth going through this pain. And, I got a little bit, even nervous about exercising after. I was a little bit scared to, do more explosive things done with squats. And I was essentially scared to keep, challenging my shoulder because I felt like I was just going to injure it again. But you got to build that trust at some point, come back. It is a major factor in, coming back from an injury. That might be actually a really good topic. Next week, maybe we'll go back into fitness. Maybe we'll talk about injuries. Still stay tuned. We got sleep coming up, but we got push-ups first before you learn a little bit about sleep. We're going in 3, 2, 1. And let's go. There, we'll find the pace, foundation that works for you. Same thing, if you're feeling like this is pretty challenging, you can just hold here in the bottom position. You don't even got to move yourself. You just hold. Yeah. Great work. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. We got our bent over kickbacks. How are we doing on time? Not too bad. Bent over kickbacks, inchworms. Then we got one more round. What do you got in the tank? Kickbacks in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. I'm trying to get in a position where I feel like nobody can move me. I want to be strong, like a statue, like a rock. And just let my shoulders, do that movement. Great job, everybody. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. Inchworm. I'm going to be going from the ground this time. Got 20 seconds. All right, 10 to go. Get yourself in position. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. I'm going for a record this time. Maybe I'll get 4. We'll see. Make sure you're standing up all the way at the top. Finish the exercise. Go to that full range of motion. Oh, I'm going to get 4. We got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job with that one. All right, last round coming up. It could be getting pretty fatigued right now, but really try to time yourself. This is the last set. Might be your last time exercising for the rest of the day. So, let's get a good one in. Let's finish up. Don't leave too much gas in the tank. You got 8 exercises, 30 seconds apiece. Come on, you got this. We're starting up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. And then I'm going to crank up the pace a little bit. With all these moves, I'm going to challenge myself. I hope you do the same. Great work, everybody. Come on. 15 seconds. Reach down, come right back up. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Bend arm lateral raise. You got 30 seconds. I'm feeling good. Body's feeling good. Almost in the home stretch here. Well, we are in the home stretch, we know. Still got a few more moves. We got 7 exercises to go. We got bend arm lateral raise. 3, 2, 1. Wow, these aren't so bad, right? Yeah, they definitely add up here, on the 6th set, but, still just really like these moves. Always feels great on my shoulder. Getting some good range of motion. And done. Sorry, no countdown there. Got actually kind of zoned out a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't even looking at the timer. Promise that was the only time that we've been going on the right time for everything else. Late in the workout. Staring off into space. All right, we got Y raise. Still got 10 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Y raise up to the top. Great work, everybody. 20 seconds. I can already tell my range of motion got better in this workout just by these Y raises. I could definitely say I was not getting up, as overhead as much during my first set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Y raise is done. We got single leg reach and step, whatever you want to call it. Moving that leg out to the side. Remember, you can go completely off the ground. You can step onto the single leg, or same thing, you could just, step out a little bit, further away that leg is from the body, the less you're going to be able to load on it to keep balance. So just keep that in mind. 3, 2, 1. I'm going for that apple. Reaching up. Great work, everybody. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Squat move coming up next. The final 4: squat, push, bent over, kickback, and the inchworm. So not too much left. 30 seconds apiece. It's only 2 minutes exercise. Come on. I know you got it in you. Squats coming up. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going with the sit to stand. I'm feeling it. Just really like these variations. Feels good. I like mixing it up. Great job, everybody. Halfway done with this one. Stay strong. Keep moving. Here we go. Great job, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and donezo. All right, great job. Push-ups, slash flies. You're going to challenge yourself here. I think I'm going to pick your variation over from the wall, from the floor, going with the flies. Especially if you're doing the push-ups yesterday, you might want to mix it up with the flies. Give those muscles time to recover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. How many are you going to get? Halfway there. Here we go. 2 seconds and done. Looked over. It was already ending. Sorry for the bad countdown. You got bent over, kickbacks, and inchworms, and then we are all done. We're going to do a quick cool down. Talk a little bit about insomnia. Talk a little bit about sleep. Our challenge of the week. All that good stuff. You got 15 seconds. It's about 10 now. Sorry. A little bit off on the timing. Get yourself ready. Kickbacks, inchworms. Last 2, 3, 2, 1. And let's go. Just kicking those arms back, hitting the triceps, hitting the lower body, back, glutes, core, all in one. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job with that one, everybody. We got our inchworm. Last move. We can go from the chair for this last one. Great work, everybody. 15 seconds. Whew. Last one. Come on, everybody. Finish strong here. 3, 2, 1. Last move. Go. Don't leave anything in the tank here. Get as many reps as you can. And be careful if you got socks on like me. Don't want anybody slipping here. Yeah, you're trying to do this one on a hardwood floor with socks. Forget about it. It's not worth breaking your teeth over. 3, 2, 1, and done. Really, really good job, everybody. 6 rounds down. That's awesome. Great job for everybody. Whether you stuck through half of it, whether you stuck through full of it, it's not an easy workout by any means. So really be proud of yourself. Great workout. So next thing up, got to get a quick cool down in. Make sure we're taking care of the body. Actually, we're going to use this chair as a little prop here since my wall is a little covered. And we're doing some leg swings. Just grabbing onto that chair, letting my leg kind of swing back like a pendulum. Great job, everybody. Job well done. Day 126 in the books. Feels good. Week 35 has been a long way. Still can think back to the first day. I was literally bringing my laptop to and from the ground when I would do ground-based exercise. Didn't know what to say on stream. A little bit awkward at times, and now I just really enjoy doing this. So, whether there's 10 people watching or 0 people watching, I just love a good time. And I'll be honest, it keeps me accountable. I'm not going to ditch out on you guys. It's a big thing of working out, keeping yourself accountable, and in a way, you all keep me accountable because I got to be here for the stream. Obviously, I want to do it, but some days you might just not feel like exercising, but you still got to get up, do it, be consistent, keep working towards your goals, even when sometimes it doesn't feel attainable. You just got to keep pushing on, keep moving forward. That's what it's all about. So, long session here, and really just enjoy this. I know, getting a little sentimentally on the stream, but let's get some of that quad work going. I could just sat in the chair probably, but it's whatever. Just extending that knee, a little bit of this knee, extension. Same thing, you switch sides. Great job. Just making sure we get that quad nice and cool down. Another great variation for that. Come down to the ground. Do some of these right here. Good work. So then just going to do a few more on this leg. Make sure that's even. Then we're going to work on the hamstrings a little bit. Again, you're going to have options for the hamstrings as well. One option, you can just stay here, roll over onto your stomach if you're already on the ground. And same thing, you could just bring the hamstrings to the glute from this lying down position. Try to go nice, slow, control them all the way down. Don't want it to be just, slinging them back and forth. But, good steering variation. Same thing we did, these in the warm-up. Grab onto something. Same thing, just bringing that heel to the glute. Working the hamstring that way. We're going to work on the upper body here in a second. Great job here, everybody. Just going to finish up. All right. Upper body, one of my favorites. You can hand this one in. One hand behind the back or as far behind your back as you can. One hand behind the head. Same thing, but what I mean as far back as you can, if this range of motion isn't accessible for you, you can keep that hand on the side. As long as, you're getting a little bit of challenge here. Anything doesn't have to go all the way behind you. If you can, aim for that. Alternating each way. Alternating swimmers, I like to call them. Hits just a lot of that shoulder range of motion once in that internal rotation, external rotation. There's a lot of things happening here. Really love these ones. My shoulders don't really love them though. It feels like a full workout, after that thing. But, we really want to restore that range of motion after, an intense workout. All right, same thing. We're going to go shake these shoulders out a little bit of dynamic stretch here with them as well. Great job. Same thing. Now we're going to do a little bit of these single arm T-spine rotations. Same thing, bust out in front, except you're going to be opening up the shoulder this time. Real big circles, opening up the chest. Just going to get a few more reps here, and then we are all done. Try to follow that arm back to the wall with your eyes. I'm going to do 2 more each side, so 4 more total. 1, 2, 3, and last one. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. We're going to work on a little bit of breathing here at the end. We can get a little bit of neck movement in as well if you like. The main thing here, working, take that deep breath into the nose and out to the mouth. Nice, deep, full breaths. I'm saying that you could even pair this breathing with a little bit of neck movement. Breathe in as you look away. Exhale as you turn back. Great job. We keep working on that. Keep working on that breathing. I am a little bit short on time because I do have a training session right after this stream, but we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about insomnia. And I cannot leave you off without that. Just want to quickly talk about the challenge of the week, what we got here. Let me move this down so we can talk a little bit better. But all right, insomnia. Well, actually, sorry, challenge of the week, track how many hours you sleep. Aim to get that 7 to 9 recommended hours each day. Try to record if you notice a difference. What do you feel when you get, that 7 to 9 hours compared to when you don't? If you get it every day, do you feel like the more you hit it, the better you feel? And, do you feel better with 7 hours? Do you feel 9 hours? Maybe you don't even notice a difference, but, just want to talk, just bring a little bit of awareness to our sleep patterns, talk a little bit about those. Primary focus here, we're going to be talking about insomnia. So insomnia is one of the most common sleeping disorders, more than 3 million confirmed cases each year. Insomnia can cause difficulties falling asleep, staying asleep. It might make you wake up very early and then, you're not able to go back to bed. And, maybe even just feel tired, after even a full night of sleep. Or maybe not full night, maybe you feel your toss and turn and you just don't feel rested after your sleep. This can affect a lot of people. And, maybe it's short term, maybe it's chronic. Maybe something you've been dealing with for months, or maybe it's only, maybe it's only been going on for one day. But, still, either way, there's tips to help. But, the clinical definition of insomnia disorder, at least 3 days a week with difficulty sleeping for 3 or more months, or, having a sleep disturbances that, inhibit day-to-day functional capacity. Maybe your sleep pattern is literally getting in the way of you living your life. And, obviously that can be, very thing. If you feel like, you can't focus at work, or you can't, function at home, or whatever the situation is because you're not getting enough sleep, that's something, you really want to talk to your doctor about. This is, can be a pretty serious thing, especially if it's been, going on for a prolonged period of time. So some of the causes, primary causes, stress, traumatic event, maybe you're having pain kind of keeping you up at night, some, maybe even a time zone switch or jet lag, maybe going from a different locations. Even sometimes people will just get insomnia from sleeping at different locations. Maybe, it's just not, what they're used to. Maybe you're, staying at a family member's house, staying at a friend's house, or, maybe staying in a hotel that's just unfamiliar. Then, obviously there's many medications, stimulants and things of that nature, which would, might have, difficulty sleeping as a side effect. So, those are some of the primary causes, but there can also be secondary causes where the insomnia is not the primary disorder. This is essentially caused by other disorders. Things like depression and anxiety can influence insomnia. Having sleep apnea, diabetes, and having a drug addiction can definitely all affect your sleep patterns. So just going to say this, this, it might not just be a specific primary trigger. This could be, a side effect of, a different condition, so to speak. So now we know about some of the causes, talk about how we treat it a little bit here. And, although there might not be a direct treatment for insomnia, there are things you can do to help. We talked a little bit about, I even talked about melatonin here in my last stream and how that can be used to help sleep, but let's talk about some non-drug alternatives. Some things you can you can do to deal with symptoms of insomnia. Avoiding caffeinated drinks before bed, avoiding exercise before bed, limiting that screen time, that blue light exposure before bed can really be huge. Even going back to last week, we were talking about meditation and mindfulness, progressive muscle relaxation. This has also been shown in research, help with insomnia. And then also, it's another alternative. You have essential oils and, aromatherapy can be beneficial for some people, not works for everybody. Scents such as lavender, have been shown to, have some type of, relaxing and soothing effects, that might, influence sleep. And so I know I went through that a little bit quick here today. It's just a little bit crunched on time. I would like to spend more time talking about insomnia, but you can always catch that up on our website, at connectedchs.com. Check out our website. Check out the link tree in our bio. And, we're going to be making posts, a few TikToks a day, try to get on Instagram one day a week as well, get some posts up. Just try to, spread some information, how we can be happier and healthier, improve our health habits, because, that's really what we're all about here at Connected CHS. We're just trying to make health and fitness more accessible, something we're passionate about, something we, feel that should be, a major part of everybody's lives. And so we want to promote this, help people, be a better version of themselves. And so with that being said, I would love to stick around and answer some questions. I might be streaming again Wednesday. I might get to spend some time with me 3 days in a row. Mr. Adam Fox not feeling too hot, just experiencing maybe have some bronchitis. So, wish Adam a speedy recovery, but, might be here with you again on Wednesday, maybe even Thursday. I don't think I will be here on Friday. I think Seth will definitely be there on Friday, but, who knows? You might get me 4 days this week. We'll see how things turn out. But, thank you again, everybody. Appreciate the opportunity to be here. Hope you're all having a, great holiday season, great start to your week. And, thank you again. Just love doing this, getting a great workout myself, hopefully helping you guys get a great workout, whether watching this live or recorded. So thank you. Just grateful for this opportunity to be able to be here, be able to exercise and, help people out. It's just feels good. But, anyways, if you like what we're doing, like the stream, check us out, connectedchs.com. Throw us a follow. Check us out on social media. All the good stuff. Very much appreciated. But, that being said, I do got to head out of here. I hope you all have a great rest of the day. And, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good